What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. I'm doing something a little bit different on this video. As you're about to see, I have a ton of mail to open, a ton of metal packages, and this is a point where I would like to do a live stream and just open all this on a live stream and kind of chat with you guys while I do it. But my internet here is so sketchy. The fish is already trying to splash me, so we're not off to a good start. My internet here is so sketchy that live streams just aren't working out, aren't any kind of test runs or anything that I've tried. It gets choppy, it lags, it cuts off, and it's just not working the way that I wanted. So I'm going to kind of toy with this, and I think I'm going to launch this as a premiere. Obviously, if you're watching it and it's a premiere, you know I've already done so. But that way I can kind of chat with you in the chat box while the video is going, and then after the premiere is over, it will revert back to just a regular type video with the comment section and that type stuff down below. I have a ton of stuff here. I was on day, I think, 10 or 11 of work straight today. I'm going to premiere this tomorrow. I'm recording this on Wednesday, but you guys will see it on Thursday. I've been working a ton, and this stuff has just been piling up, and I haven't had a chance to open it. Some of the stuff I've wanted to open, but I wanted to reserve for a video, and it's just getting out of hand. So we're going to knock it all out in one big unboxing video. You will see it's ridiculous the amount of stuff that I have just sitting here waiting to open. Some of this stuff, I know what it is. Obviously, when I open it, I'm going to know what all of it is because it is stuff that I've ordered. There's no grab bags or that type stuff here. But I'm not sure what these packages are. There were some that have come in that I have set aside or I've already opened because I'm going to do separate videos for them, and they're kind of reserved for something else. Some of this stuff I might be just as surprised as you are when I open it. But to get into this, the first one is not music at all. It is this big heavy box. It is extremely heavy. I don't know if it has the poundage. Sometimes it will 29 pounds, but I don't know if it comes through in the videos or not. I have been dieting. I've lost about 30, somewhere between 30 and 35 pounds. It's kind of fluctuating a little bit this week. So in doing so, I quit drinking sodas. I've given up Mountain Dew. I have not had a Mountain Dew since February, and I haven't had anything but water to drink. So I think I just kind of gave away what this is. But I did do. I started up like a monthly, almost like subscription type service where they send it every month. This is by far the best water that I've ever had. And we have some Liquid Death. I ordered 2 cases. I love this stuff. If you haven't tried it, I highly urge you to, especially if you're someone that drinks water a lot. I know people, once you get to the point where you're drinking water every day, you can taste the differences between certain waters. Some waters taste better than others. I know if you don't drink water a lot, all water probably tastes the same to you. But when you're drinking it every day, there is obviously some differences that you pick up on between different types of waters. I can honestly say Liquid Death is the best tasting water that I've ever had. And I'm not just saying that because I like the imagery and all the type stuff. I mean, they are by far the most metal water out there. But it is by far my favorite water. I've definitely enjoyed. They have a sparkling water that I got on accident once. I thought I was going to hate it. Didn't really like it on first taste. Sparkling water is something that you tend to want to mix with something else. A lot of people use it when mixing, like doing like cocktails and mixed drinks and that type of stuff. But I've gotten to the point where I'll just drink the sparkling water by itself as well. I've almost worked my way through that entire case. So I'll probably be ending up getting another case of that in the very near future as well. But for the time being, I just did 2 cases of the not just the spring water. I ordered a t-shirt and stuff, but obviously that's not in this box. That will be coming later. But now I have 2 cases to tide me over for a little bit. I don't really take those to work too much. These are ones that I like to enjoy while I'm outside of work, while I'm at home, out and about. At work, I've been drinking these kind of Walmart waters, but now I have me some Liquid Death. I was out of the regular, so I'm glad that I have some now. I know it probably looks weird, me drinking water as opposed to Mountain Dew. I've grown so accustomed to drinking. Obviously, and honestly, I don't miss the soda as much as I thought I would. I thought that was going to be the hardest part of trying to lose weight. I've done really well not drinking the sodas. I get those little Mio energy drink type deals, the little squeeze flavorings. I know some of you probably know what I'm talking about. And I use the energy version of those Mios to kind of curb that caffeine addiction. They do well in the morning. But other than that, it's just straight water. And I mean, it's worked. It's worked so far. I mean, the face is slimming up a little bit. Next up, I guess we can get into the actual metal. I have a package. If you notice the pink, you know that this is Life After Death Productions. I've already done a unboxing video in the past, not too long ago. I think it might have been the actual last video that I uploaded. There was a small package from Life After Death. Had another one come in. I already opened this one. Started opening it. I tried recording a single video just for this package twice, and both times it absolutely failed for different reasons. One time my computer shut itself off and did a huge update, which took 2 days, and this is the first day that I've been able to actually do a video, so hopefully I can get through this and this one won't get ruined as well. Life After Death is a label. I mean, I've talked about them before. It is a label and little distro that I've fallen in love with. They have tons of underground stuff, and they have so many discount codes floating around. They're one-time use codes, but they have, if you follow their social media, which will be linked up in the description, you can find the discount codes, and I've done like a 40% off, a 35, a 30. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's a couple little promo materials, Nuclear War Now, Life After Death kind of promo. I'm not going to get into those. I have a ton of stuff to go through, and I've already wasted 7 minutes of your time. First up, fantastic album. This came out last year on Blood Harvest. This is Cryptic Shift with Visitations from, I'm going to butcher this, Visitations from Encaladus, I believe is how you pronounce that. If you're familiar with this release, you're going to notice that the artwork is completely different on the CD. When I saw this in the store, I almost just kind of zipped by it and didn't pick it up because I'm so used to seeing the artwork that was released on the vinyl version of this. I think the vinyl version and the digital version both had that same artwork, but the CD version has its own. Fantastic slab of kind of technical thrash, death metal, has that atmospheric vibe going on, spacey vibe, just epic stuff. Had I listened to this last year, this definitely would have been an album of the year contender. This album is that good. A ton of originality going on here. I know that kind of space theme is played out, is getting, I guess, played out by so many bands that are just kind of Blood Incantation clones. Don't get me wrong. This is not a Blood Incantation clone. This is a band that can stand on their own. It's more of a sci-fi element as opposed to like a spacey theme. It's like an original concept album. It's 4 tracks. The first track is like 25 minutes, and then the last 3 are about 5-6 minutes long a piece. The first track is kind of broken up into sections, but good stuff there from Cryptic Shift. I believe they're out of the UK. Next up, no death metal on this one. Surprise, surprise. This is Open Grave with The Heavens Cry Black Tears. This was originally released in 2000 on tape format. This is a band that I found through a Regimental Records kind of CD lot that I purchased several years ago. They had an album in there entitled Fear that I really dug. I believe Fear was their only actual full length. This is a demo. As I was saying, it was released originally on tape, and then Regimental Records did a kind of reissue on CD. I'm not sure when this one was put in CD format, but I know the original demo was released in 2000. Kind of lo-fi, low production, black metal, some good riffing going on this. Got a mosquito in here or something. But good stuff there from Open Grave. This stuff, I know, the Life After Death stuff will be linked up in the description. Some of the stuff that I'm going to show tonight, I'm not going to link in the description because you're already familiar with it. You know where to go purchase it. I'll at least mention where I got it. But I'm not going to, I mean, I won't have time to put all of this stuff. Some of this stuff is not available anymore anyway, so it wouldn't do you any good. Next up, we have Thos Ælla with a Abnegation Psalms. This is a one-man blackened death metal project out of Georgia. Good stuff here. It has the guy that's in this goes by Ghoul in this project. He is in another band that I really enjoy, but it has completely slipped my mind what band that he is a part of. I believe he's either the drummer or the bassist for that other project that I enjoy, but he does everything on this release. This is kind of murky death metal, has some blackened hinges going on, just murky, heavy. It just feels heavy. It feels like it's going to suffocate you, but it is solid stuff here. This was released on Sunshine Ward Recordings, and that's a label that I'm slowly finding and enjoying everything that I've heard from them so far. My nose is itching. I apologize. Next up, we have Inoculation with Celestial Putridity. This is some solid death metal here. If you haven't heard this release, this was released this year on Maggot Stomp. I definitely urge you to do so. If you're into that kind of modern death metal sound that's becoming pretty popular as of late, especially through the, I don't know what this, it's fuzz or a bug or something flying through the air. Where was I? If you're into like that modern death metal, Maggot Stomp has been putting out banger after banger. If you like the other stuff that is released through Maggot Stomp, you're going to love Inoculation. I want to open this one. I actually want to open this one to see if there are lyrics included in this, because there's a track on here, I Am Where the Four Gods Meet, that I swear when I listen to it, it cracks me up because it sounds like he says dookie, and obviously that's not what he's saying, but if it was, it's something that I could really relate to. And there are lyrics, and it says blood the key. See, I was way off. There's lyrics. I'm glad that they're in there. So, no dookie, but blood is the key. So, looking forward to actually reading through the lyrics on that one. Looking forward to spending a little bit more time with this album now that I actually own it on a physical format. Enough silliness. Let's get in. Next up, that was all from Life After Death. It was 4 CDs in that package. Next up, I have a package from what's becoming one of my favorite eBay sellers. I've mentioned them on this channel several times. They go by the eBay handle jaggerjones. It will be linked up in the description as well. I hate that I've name dropped them and linked them in the description so many times and mentioned them on this channel, because now I have competition on a lot of the auctions that I want, and some of you guys are outbidding me. I was getting some albums for steals, but I felt guilty doing so because he had been such a top-notch seller. I wanted to get his name out there and kind of help him out as well. And so, I mean, I kind of shot myself in the foot with that one. I'm still getting some good deals, as you're going to see. There should be 2 tapes and a CD, if I remember correctly. There's the CD, and there should be 2 tapes. And there are. I've got a little bit of everything in this video. I got the cassette. I do have a record that I'm going to show. And he always writes me these nice little notes. I'm not going to read the note, but just the fact that I've ordered from him so many times. He sends me, every once in a while, sends me some neat little things as well in the packages, depending, you know, how big the order is and that type of stuff. But he's an awesome seller. Definitely go check out his auctions. He always has some good stuff going. First up, we've got some kind of war metal. This is some black and death metal by Hellfire Deathcult. This is entitled Culto la Muerte. This is a full length on cassette. This is some pretty gnarly, dirty war metal. I mean, that's the only way I know to put it. I got both of these cassettes are actually war metal type stuff. It's on this white cassette. Not going to pull the J card out and go through everything on it, but this is good stuff. Very hate driven, as is most war metal. I said another album that I showed earlier was kind of murky sounding. This one kind of fits into that kind of murky feeling going on. But this is really solid stuff. In the same vein of that Hellfire Deathcult, I also picked up, I believe I may butcher this, it's Wearg, Wearg, and yeah, this is entitled Hæðen, I believe Hæðen war metal. Wearg is an old Germanic word meaning criminal or evil spirit, and that fits in well with this release. It is only like a 13 to 14 minute little EP. It's 4 tracks. I say 4 tracks. The first track is just an intro, but that second track, entitled Ergwin, I believe is how you pronounce that. The riff on that, oh my god, I mean it's in your face, and that riff sticks in my head, and it is some killer stuff. This is war metal the way war metal should be. There's no silly play on Norway Vikings, ancient Vikings. They don't do that. This is based on the occult. This is war metal the way war metal's supposed to be. It's not that silliness, overplayed type stuff. This is what I want my war metal to sound like. This is phenomenal. I believe this is the only release from this project. I am dying to hear more from them. I believe this came out in 2016 or 2018 or even 2017. Somewhere, I think actually now that I'm saying it, I think it came in 2017. Fantastic stuff. I believe this is out of San Diego. And I love this. I hope this project puts out, I guess I shouldn't be saying I love something that is so hate-fueled, but I'm dying for this project to put out some more material. I hope they really do. I'm glad I have my hands on this. It's on that red cassette. Looks like it has a little. There we go. That's funny. But just a red cassette. I'm not going to get the J card out on that one either. But I am going to throw that one in probably in the tape deck immediately after I do this video. I still need to show my stereo, my little Franken stereo that I put together. I'm loving the fact that I now have a CD changer. It has a 5-disc. It's a Sony, and it has a 5 CD changer as opposed to my old one that I had to, just one particular CD at a time. I'm getting spoiled. I'm getting lazy. I sit in my recliner, load that 5 CD changer up when I actually have time, which is not something I have a lot of now, but when I do, it's so nice. I can sit back, pull me a blanket up like the old man that I am, and sit back and listen to dad metal and chill in my recliner. Next up is another EP. This was also from that package from jaggerjones. This is from the band called Teleport. They have since changed their name. Their name is not in English. The name they changed it to, I don't remember what the name of the new project is. I say the new project. This came out in 2018. This is some more of that kind of thrashy. It's kind of a progressive technical thrash fused in with death metal, almost an old school death metal sound. This is stellar stuff. Teleport killed it on this. They never released a full length. All of their material was either demo or EP. This was their last EP. This one was entitled The Expansion, and I absolutely love this one. This is my favorite of their releases. I'm glad to have this on a physical format now. Their new project, I believe, has had one release, and it is, I believe, I could be wrong on that. I haven't just looked too far into the new project, but it is just strictly death metal. This one has that elements of thrash, that kind of old school death metal sound going on, but good stuff there from Teleport. everything that I've shown this far, I know for sure I will link up in the description. The rest of this stuff, it could be hit or miss. Just go down there and look if you see something. If you don't see it, if you're watching the premiere, just jump in the chat box and ask me, and I'll let you know. And if not, jump in the comment section, ask me, and I'll do my best to let you know then. Next up, we have a order that came in. I did this on Bandcamp Friday, and I was not planning on buying this. It popped up on my feed as a flash sale, and it sold out that day. So I shared it on my Facebook. Some of you jumped on it when you saw it on Facebook because it was not up too terribly long before Dark Operative sold out of these. I was super stoked to get my hands on this. Obviously, you guys know, I hope it didn't shut off. I'm going to give it just a second. This video is long, so I don't know. The camera might be having trouble keeping up. As you guys know, I'm not the hugest vinyl person. I would probably listen to CDs and tapes first before I throw a vinyl in, but I do have, my vinyl collection is growing. I have the vinyl of the month from Gimme Metal that's coming in. You guys have been watching that. I've ordered some from Transcending Records. I have a nice little stack of vinyl. I have more than I'll let on that I have because everyone thinks of me as strictly a CD guy, but I do have some vinyl. Maybe one day I'll get around to doing a vinyl collection. As I was saying, back on track, this is a it was a flash sale from Dark Operative, and it was a record and a shirt for $30. And the band that was featured was Power Trip, and that is a killer shirt. This is the opening fire. I wasn't really 100% sure how the shirt was going to turn out in person, but I am very, very pleased with that, and I am stoked and will probably be wearing that in the very near future. You may, if you follow my Instagram, shameless plug, which is linked up in the description, you will probably be seeing me model that here sometime in the very near future. I am kind of excited. As you can see, this is a 2X. I bought this last month, and it's already hanging off of me. I've dropped down to an extra large. I'm excited about that. Kind of bummed about it because some of my favorite shirts are feeling too big now. But it's nice to feel a little bit healthier and get some stuff that there's more merch options available when you're smaller. There was also this little flexi in there, Power Trip Hornet's Nest, kind of flexi disc. And it looks like they threw an extra flexi in there. This one is from the band Bleach Everything. I actually own some of their other material as well. Pretty good, kind of hardcore type stuff. I don't want to say completely hardcore, but it definitely leaned in that direction. And then the record was the Opening Fire compilation from Power Trip. It comes on running out of space already. That is not good. This kind of purple, I don't know how well the camera is going to make that out, but it's kind of this kind of swirl splatter purple. Nice looking record, fantastic album. Kind of bummed about never hearing Power Trip again. I'm assuming that they're going to lay the band to rest now. Now that Riley has passed on. There's the back. He was one of those guys that when he passed way too young, it kind of threw everyone for a loop, and he was generally loved within the scene. I mean, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about him, and that goes a long way, especially, I mean, because even doing this channel, I've bumped into people that I thought I was going to almost be awestruck or starstruck just having the opportunity to talk with because of this channel. And some, I mean, there are some not so great people out there. Don't get me wrong, I have met some awesome people as well, but there are some that kind of have disappointed me and just because I guess you build people up in your mind, and obviously you shouldn't do that. But I'm not going to name any names. I know, but next up we have. This is from Mad Rush Media. Now I don't know which one this is. I've ordered several things from Mad Rush Media. I'll probably link up the Mad Rush Media eBay store in the description. I order a ton of stuff there. Dave, who runs the Mad Rush Media, is top notch. Occasionally you're going to get a busted case. I mean, that happens, especially stuff being sent media mail. It's just, I mean, it's a way of the world. When you get CDs mailed in bubble mailers, there's a chance that you're going to have cracked cases. So just know that. I have a box full of spare jewels just for that reason. But as far as shipping goes and dependability goes, Dave over at Mad Rush Media is definitely top notch. He's one of the best on eBay. His feedback speaks for itself. And I mean, it's lightning fast shipping. I have some stuff that gets here and there's no reason it should have got here as fast as it did. So I'm going to crack this one open. Some of this stuff, as I said, I'm not going to bother putting in the description. I will link up the Mad Rush Media eBay store. If they still have some of these available, some of these albums that I showed from Mad Rush Media, then I will link up a direct link so you can purchase one for yourself. This one is an awesome release. This is some Mexican death metal. They've kind of leaned more to the mellow death side in recent times, but this is straightforward death metal. This was I believe, their debut. This is a Cenotaph, I believe is how you pronounce that, with the gloomy reflection of our hidden sorrows. This was reissued, I believe, last year, and yeah, 2020. This is, if you're into that modern old school death metal, go listen to some real old school death metal. This is some nasty stuff from Cenotaph. This may have been the last open copy that he had. I know he had some unopened copies that were $1 or $2 more, but if this is still available, I will do my best to link that up in the description as well. Killer stuff here, killer Mexican death metal. You will actually see these guys probably, if I'm correct, they're going to be in another package that I'm going to open here in just a second. This is probably my favorite release by far from them. Their second album, I dug that one as well. It is impossible to find on a physical format for a price that is not ridiculously overpriced. Dark Symphonies did me a solid by repressing this one last year. I'm hoping the sophomore album gets a reissue at some time in the future, because I don't want to spend $40, $50 on a CD. Next up, I don't know at all what this one is. It is marked fragile, so hopefully they didn't bust it to pieces. Sometimes I feel like USPS smashes stuff with a fragile sticker on it on purpose. It almost feels that way, but I really don't know what this one is. I don't know if this was an eBay, possibly Bandcamp. I order a ton of stuff from Bandcamp as well. eBay, Bandcamp, and occasionally Discogs are my three vices. I don't want to say vices because, I mean, this is, something that I love doing, but actually now I know what this is. Pete over at the Guttural Monk posted this in the Good Deal group that we're in. We're in a group on Facebook that when we find good deals on CDs, we try to post that in there so someone can grab something on the cheap. He saw this one, posted it, and I immediately snagged it up. So thank you, Pete, for posting this one. We have Internal Bleeding with the Extinction of Benevolence, released on Pavement Recordings. I have not bought anything from Pavement in a long time. This was released in 1997. I got this, I think this was like $4, $5. I mean, that was an absolute steal. The teeth, unfortunately, did not make it in transit, which is, I mean, they had a little bubble thing to protect the teeth, but the teeth got busted. There's the actual disc. Internal Bleeding, this is when they were at their absolute best. My computer was about to go to sleep. This is a long video. If you guys are sticking through watching this with me, then kudos to you. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate all of you. And thank you, Pete, for posting that one so I could get my hands on that. Next up, this is from 20 Buck Spin, I believe. No, this one is from Indie Merch. The sticker on the front made me think 20 Buck Spin. I believe this might be my Cannibal Corpse pre-order, which is surprising to me. Usually, with the way the mail goes here, I don't get anything before it's actually released. This is the newest release from Cannibal Corpse, Violence Unimagined. I got the full artwork version. I have not listened to anything from this. I know they've released at least one single. I purposely did not want to listen to it until the CD actually arrived. I'm a bit impressed. I thought it was going to be the wallet style digipack. At least this digipack, I can feel that it has the jewel case insert type deal on the inside. It seems like a lot of the bigger labels nowadays are going with those little cheap wallet digipacks, and I absolutely hate those. So I am glad for the fact that it's not a wallet digi. So I'm not going to cut the plastic on it. I'm not even going to link this one up. You guys have all know Metal Blade Records. You guys all know Cannibal Corpse. If you're excited about this, I'm sure you've already pre-ordered yourself a copy. So, but now I have a copy for myself. Next up, this one is from 20 Buck Spin, and I believe I purchased this through Bandcamp. And I have to give credit to 20 Buck Spin. There have been a couple of packages from them that it's felt like the post office has gone out of their way to try to damage. I had one that was almost completely ripped open, but they package their stuff so well that I don't have to worry about that. And they also offer an insurance option on their site, not through Bandcamp, but on their actual website if you're ordering straight through 20 Buck Spin, where they will replace your stuff if something happens through no fault of their own through the post office. So that's just something you can be aware of. They threw in this 20 Buck Spin sticker. I hope I'm not boring you guys all to tears, but I felt like this would be a fun way for me to interact with you guys, and a way to kind of knock down some of the stuff that I'm needing to do with videos. And I am glad that this finally made it here. I've been anxiously awaiting the arrival of this. I have actually streamed this one a few times through Bandcamp because I purchased it on Bandcamp, and the full album was released. I wasn't going to listen to it until my physical arrived, but I heard the review that Thralls of Metal did on this, and I cracked. I wanted to go listen to it, and it definitely lived up to the hype that those guys put on it. Fantastic stuff here. This is Wode with Burn in Many Mirrors is the name of this. Newest release from Wode. This has serious album of the year contention going on already. Black metal. It's just I don't even know what to say about this that hasn't already been said. Everyone is singing the praises of this. Usually when a lot of people are singing the praises of something like this, I find something wrong with it. I don't tend to like it as much as other people do. And this is one that I was absolutely floored by, and it will definitely be on my end of the year list in December. Now, where it will end on that list, we got a lot of year left to find out, but I don't see anything knocking this out of 25 places, so it will definitely be on that end of the year list. Fantastic stuff. I will link up 20 Buck Spin, and I will link that album up for you guys to check out. I actually have another 20 Buck Spin release, and this one was also from Bandcamp. I tend to spend way too much money on Bandcamp because I'm able to listen to my earbuds while I'm at work unloading trailers on my forklift, and I stream my Bandcamp collection quite often, and I'm without even thinking about it. Sometimes I'm just on there and spending money that I don't need to be spending on Bandcamp. And this one, I believe, if it's the one I think it is, it was an older release. It came out, well, I say older, it came out last year, so it's not a brand new release. And for some reason or another, I just never got around to listen to this last year, which is weird because I listened to a ton of $20 spin material last year, but for some reason I just never got around to this one. And then I kind of slapped myself when I listened to it for putting it off as long as I did. I'm gonna butcher this as well. Solothus, I believe is how you pronounce this, with Realm of Ash and Blood. Another stellar $20 spin release. $20 spin is one of those labels that just fires on all cylinders. I have not heard anything released on that label that I just didn't like. Obviously, I'm going to hear stuff that I like more than other stuff, but everything that, I mean, I have nothing bad to say about anything that I've heard on there so far. Everything has been a favorable experience as far as listening, as far as me ordering. They are a label that I will continue to support for the very foreseeable future, because they have done no wrong to me. They have done no wrong in my eyes thus far. So this is another killer release. Has some death metal stuff going on here. Really good. I actually haven't given it the amount of time that I would like, so I don't want to just speak on this one just too heavy. I'm going to link this one in the description with the $20 spin stuff as well. I think I've listened to this one maybe once or twice streaming through Bandcamp. I want to spend some time with the actual physical copy. It will probably end up on an Instagram post or something where I speak a little bit more about it in the future. That's the only bad side of doing a unboxing video like this. I don't really get to speak attest to the albums as much as I would personally like to, but at the same time I'm getting absolutely overwhelmed with stacks and stacks of stuff coming in the mail, and just a lack of time. If you could see my other desk, my room's a mess, so I'm not going to pan over there, but I have another desk sitting by my recliner where I've kind of listening through albums, and I bet there's a good 40 CDs over there. There's some records that have come in. It's just, I mean, I don't know when I'll ever have the time to catch everything up, so that's the reason for this video. We're starting to wind down, which is good because we're almost 40 minutes in. I have 2 packages left. This one is another from Mad Rush Media. This one, Dave gets the stuff here, and I mean the Mad Rush Media name is a perfect name for his eBay store, because he gets the stuff here in no time. I know what this is. This is a box set. I say box set. It's a 4 CD, I guess, box set from the band Atheist. Technical death metal, kind of jazzy death metal at times. As I was doing my metal collection videos, which I have fallen off on, for those of you that were following along through the alphabetical process, I will get back on that. I'm sorry that I've kind of fallen off from that, but I had to step away from that a little bit just because I didn't have the time. That being said, when I hit the Atheist section of the A, I was kind of disappointed in myself for the lack of material, and for me, this was the best way to grab several albums all at once. This is just entitled Original Album Collection from Atheist. I think this was around $21, $22, which is a steal for these 4 albums. It has Piece of Time, Elements, Unquestionable Presence, and Jupiter. And I believe Jupiter was the only one that I owned beforehand. But I'm not going to crack it open, as you can see. 4 stellar albums. I want to spend some time with Atheist, because I do like everything that I've heard, and it's just I've kind of stifled myself by not delving into their collection into their catalog as much as I would have liked. So looking forward to spending some time with this. Luckily, I have a long drive to work as well, so I spend most of my time listening to my earbuds at work or listening to music in the car. And then when I get home, after I have some family time, which is few and far between, it seems, these days, but after we have our quality time or whatever, I camp out in my recliner, and I have my stereo and my laptop and that type of stuff. So, I mean, everything that I own, I try to listen to at least once on the physical format. I know that sounds crazy with a collection like this, but I do not file anything away until it's been listened to. So, last package, we made it. once again, I appreciate all you guys that are watching this. I don't know how well the premiere type thing is going to go, but I thought it would be fun. I hope some of you are taking advantage and following along. I have no idea what we got here. Oh, this is the I mentioned it earlier, the Cenotaph little bundle. Some more Mexican death metal. This is some of their mellow death. Sorry, Ryan. Metal Viking 82. Melodic death metal. I know he loves it when I say melodic death metal. I'm sure some of you cringe by some of my enunciations just from the Tennessee in me, the vernacular here, the accent. I know the southern accent is thick. I had a commenter one time on an old video. Sorry, the fish was trying to splash me once again. That said I would be more in line for reviewing country music as opposed to metal, which was just a play on my accent, which was funny because he used his real name and the guy is from Tennessee, so I mean, I'm sure he had an accent pretty similar to mine. But anyway, we have 2 sealed copies of some of the newest stuff from Cenotaph. This one is entitled Saga Balia, I believe is how. Belika. I have not heard this one at all. So I'm assuming this one is more mellow death sounding, because that is definitely the way that they were leaning on Epic Rites, which is this one. And I dug this one quite a bit. This one was released on End of the Light Records, and it does not have. I'm not sure when this one came out. I was hoping maybe it would have a date on the back, but I don't see one. I know the band is still active, so they've been churning out killer death metal. For neither one of these have a date on it. For I mean, since I think the 90s, I'm wanting to say. Could be wrong on that. I am wrong quite a bit. I am exhausted, and I've just talked about mail that I've opened for 42 minutes. But there we have it. I mean, that is a nice stack of stuff for me to listen to. Got tons of stuff already here. I have more stuff to spend some time with, and I have some good water to drink while I listen to it. Let me know what you guys think about this premiere format. I may do some more things as premieres just to build up some camaraderie with you guys. I know I'm not always the best about replying to comments, especially with me working a lot. I miss out on a lot of stuff. I kind of like the idea of doing a premiere type video just so I can chat with you guys while the video is going and answer any questions or anything that you might have right then. But that's all I've got. There will be some videos coming. Hopefully, I know I'm off at least one day this weekend, maybe 2. So fingers crossed for 2. If I'm off 2, I'll definitely have something else recorded for you guys in the very near future. Metalhead Box is on the way. I always make time to do that video as well. That's all I've got. Stay classy, stay metal. Thank any of you that have followed along and chatted during this premiere. And if any of you did, I may just be over here talking to myself. But stay classy, stay metal. I will see you all soon, I promise.